Well, Ruckus has made several really exciting announcements. Certainly, the one thing we're announcing is our IoT suite, which includes kind of a range of solutions, but is an IoT controller, and the really big news about it is it allows enterprises and service providers, instead of deploying disparate networks for IoT, where you might have one for Bluetooth and one for LoRa and one for BLE, but instead to have one converged IoT network at the access layer and a single way to manage that. Really starts to make IoT very, very practical for service providers and for enterprises. So we think that's very exciting and a very differentiated approach to how we're coming to the market from an IoT perspective. It also starts to indicate, along with our second announcement, that Ruckus is moving beyond being just a pure Wi-Fi vendor to being more radio agnostic. We're trying to deliver solutions that make sense for our customers and for service providers, regardless of what that radio technology is. So certainly Wi-Fi is key, but as you look at our CBRS related announcement, which is the introduction of our suite of LTE products for the CBRS market, specifically for the US, it's really bringing some of those same ideas, shared spectrum, and the ability to bring ubiquitous radio technology, regardless of whether it's Wi-Fi, LTE, LoRa, et cetera, to the market. And there's a lot of excitement in the US in particular, and in the world about CBRS, the shared spectrum techniques, which is really where the brunt of our announcements around CBRS, are certainly starting in the US, but is a way to share spectrum in a way that's never been done before. And there's a lot of excitement not only in the US, but people around the world are looking at this and thinking that this may be the model that will be used elsewhere once it's proven in the US. So a lot of exciting things happening. We have all the experts here. We brought our best people here that can really explain these technologies and demonstrate them in detail and answer your questions. So I think it's a really great opportunity to, in one shot, really get an interesting view into what Ruckus is doing in the unlicensed space. I think the convergence of networks is really kind of the ongoing theme. And I think we're seeing this as now 11AX is coming out, 802.11ax is coming out, and those products will start to be introduced in 2018. And as you look at millimeter wave in the unlicensed band, these really are paralleling the 5G world in many ways, but ultimately providing solutions that kind of give 5G type of performance and quality, but at lower price points and are much more accessible. So I think while there's a lot of excitement around 5G, if you look at the unlicensed variants, things are coming closer and closer together with a real emphasis on what is the end user performance that's delivered and at what cost points. And I think there's a lot of exciting things going on there. Certainly 5G is the buzzword that everybody talks about and the industry is chasing. Frankly, that's interesting, but it will take a long time to play out. And on some level, I don't think that 5G is going to be, frankly, as large a success as many hope it will be. It's going to take longer and probably not have the penetration. But as you look at some of these other technologies, particularly some of the unlicensed technologies that are coming to market far faster, and I think some of the announcements, you perhaps saw the Telegraph announcement with Facebook and with the telecom infrastructure project and the Open vRAN, moving to more open source models that allow a much less costly infrastructure which can satisfy consumer needs in a much more cost-effective way. I think those are the trends that are really exciting to us.